A very good morning to all of you. Please be seated. So, I would like to welcome you all for orientation session number 2 in this series of 3-day orientation program for official launch or kick-start of our general studies pre-cum-main program, which we call at ALS as GS Extensive. And all those who are attending online, if possible, if feasible, please, if you are placed comfortably, switch on your camera. Let me have the opportunity to see you. And during the session, let me have the opportunity, to see how much you are very seriously attending the online session. So warm welcome to all of you once again. Orientation session number 1, Jojo sir has taken yesterday, and in his talk he has already discussed about civil service as a career, challenges, opportunities, outlook. Then he has already discussed about the scheme of exam, what civil service exam, prelim exam is all about, main is all about, interview is all about. And then he has also discussed about ALS, the team ALS, particularly the academic team at ALS. Okay. So I am not going to touch upon those areas which sir has already, discussed. I am going to primarily discuss about that if 2027 or 2028 happens to be your target year to crack civil service exam, how you should steer your preparation over next 11 months or over next 25 months, depending on 2027 being the target year or 2028 being the target year. And through this discussion, I want that a roadmap should get prepared for you. And once this roadmap is prepared, then you will steer your preparation strictly in accordance with the roadmap which we are going to prepare. And our roadmap should be such that next 11 months or 25 months, whatever may be the case for you, you should pull yourself in joyful learning. Okay? I am completely against the idea of stressful learning. Okay? You feeling the burden of preparing for civil service exam, when you are coming for class, we are finding you very seriously sitting in the class, okay, with a heavy, invisible load at your head, as if what you are carrying with yourself, okay. I want to see confident, smiling faces, and I want that you should actively participate in the ongoing discussion, conversation. You must enjoy thoroughly every minute when you are inside the class and when you are outside back home, when you are revising, when you are writing answer, when you are reading newspapers, when you are preparing your optional, whatever academic activity you are doing back home, you are enjoying every moment. Okay. But here I would like to press the alarm bell. And what is that alarm bell? That in the name of joyful learning, you should not get drifted towards entertaining, learning. Okay, these days, many YouTube channels are there over which the content which you will provide, which are provided, you will find them highly entertaining in nature. Sensational teaching, entertaining teaching, okay, unwarranted जीवन का बात कर रहा है teachers, okay, and that moment you may enjoy, but that's not going to help you much as far as your dream to get into IAS is concerned. Okay, so it should be joyful, but it should be serious in approach. Okay, and in orientation, it should be joyful. Okay, so that is what we are going to discuss today. Whenever I get opportunity to interact with young people, I always say the first requirement to be successful in life is that you need to dream big in life. The age in which you all are, so-called Gen Z, Gen Alpha, right? They must dream big in life. And when you dream big in life, dreaming alone will not help. Okay? So you need to take charge of your dreams. What I mean that you should take charge of your dream, that you should bring yourself in a mission mode for a defined duration of time in your professional, personal life, and should work hard, smartly, tirelessly. You should make committed effort to turn your dreams into reality. If that is what is happening, then no force in the world can stop you being successful in civil service exam or whatever other big dream which you have in life. Okay, so I very strongly believe in that all so-called Gen Z and Gen Alpha, they should dream big in life. And when I am using the word dream, I am not using this word dream the way most of you might be, conceptualizing it. Okay, I am deeply inspired by the definition of dream which was given by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the missile man, the former president. You know how he defined dreams? What he said? Dreams are not those which you see while in sleep, but dreams are those which does not let you sleep. सपने वो नहीं होते हैं जो आप नींद में देखते हैं, सपने वो होते हैं जो आपको सोने नहीं देते हैं. So I want the big dreams of your, whatever is the big dream of yours, related with professional life, related with civil service exam, should not let you sleep in next 11 months or 25 months, depending on whichever is the target year of yours. Okay. So how you will turn your dream into reality? Okay. For that, we need to prepare a roadmap, and then you need to steer your preparation strictly in accordance with that roadmap. And what should be the approach? What are the do's and don'ts? And in that scheme, how this program of ALS will support you, how we will stand unconditionally with you. But we have some limitations. Okay, we can conduct thought-provoking session. We can, through our session, you will get conceptual clarity on different topics of syllabus for general studies. We will be instrumental in improving some required skills like analytical skills, writing skills. We can also make you a bit disciplined, not much, but little bit we can support you. Okay, that you will become disciplined. Okay, we will provide you study material, we will conduct tests, we will guide you for essay paper, we will guide you for interview, and of course we will guide you for prelims, GS, CSAT, for all 4 papers of general studies in the main examination. We will also tell you how to read newspapers. We will also tell you that how you should approach and prepare current affairs. Other than reading newspaper, we will do many things. But having said this, we cannot study on your behalf. That you will have to do on your own. Joining an institute, and that to a reputed institute, is no guarantee for success in this scheme of preparation. In this scheme of preparation, right? Your committed hard work, your disciplined hard work, your will to turn your dream into reality to get into IAS or IPS, whichever is your first preferred service, that decides the destiny of yours. Our role will be 15 to 20%. Okay? And 80% success in this scheme of preparation depends on your disciplined and committed hard work, clubbed with positive frame of mind, right strategy, and joyful learning. Patience, perseverance will also get tested despite your best effort. For some, it may not happen in the very first attempt. What personality trait of yours will get tested? Patience and perseverance. Okay? If it is in you, no force in the world can stop you being successful in this scheme of preparation. And this I can give you in writing in my blood, based on my experience. As simple as that. Okay? So, before you start playing the game, I am here to tell you the rule for the game. But the manner in which you are going to play the game, even after knowing the rule for the game, that is going to decide the final outcome of the game. And in this game, there is no team or no individual who is going to lose. Ultimately, you will be successful. Okay? So, we will discuss on that. Okay? And I have been told that I am interacting with, right? I am interacting with 2 class of audience in Delhi and good number of people who are attending classes online. Okay. And I have been told that there are some who are going to write in 2027 and there are some, right, who are going to write, okay, there are some who are going to, write in 2028. So, we will start the discussion, okay, about the roadmap with which you need to forward. And I am giving the title Mission IAS. I hope most of you will give IAS as your first preferred service in the order of preference for service, which you will have to fill at the time of, filling the form for the main exam. Are you aware that you have to give preference for services? Most of you will give IAS, and some among you who are especially attracted towards khaki uniform. If Dabang movie you have watched and you have seen Salman Khan, Chulbul Pandey, and you got a bit attracted, or maybe Singham, okay, whatever maybe, or maybe somebody in your family, okay, and some friend of yours or some relative of yours is a super cop, okay, in this country. If they have attracted, if they have become the source for your special attraction towards khaki, then I know that on an average 5-6% aspirants will give IPS as their first preferred service. Okay. And these days, I see a growing trend, 2 to 3%, almost 2-3 students out of every 100, who have a special interest in traveling abroad. Okay. That too at a state-sponsored travel and stay for long duration in different countries of the world. They may give IFS, Indian Foreign Service, as their first preferred service. But I am telling you the trend, 90 to 92% aspirants, they give IAS as their first preference. 3 to 5% they give, right, IPS as their first preference, and another, 2-3% they will give IFS as their first preference. Okay, and very rarely I have seen, rarest of rare, I am using the word, that somebody may give IRS. Okay, and particularly nowadays it's very, very rare. 5 years before, 1% would give IRS, but that is no more the case. So, if you want to get into IAS, IPS or IFS, whatever, whichever is your first preferred service, through Civil Service Exam 2027 and 2028. For this, what should be the roadmap? Okay, so who all are going to write the exam in 2027? Serious attempt? Okay, just raise your hand. Those who are going to write, raise your hand formally, like an IAS officer, IAS in making. Okay, raise your hand. Those who are sitting at Delhi, and those who have switched on camera, you can also just wave if 2027 is your target year. And those who have not switched on camera, they can respond, right, through chat. Okay, so please, so a lot of thumbs up and waving is happening. Okay, how many of you will make first attempt in 2028, serious attempt? Raise your hand. Okay, in camera, right, those who are going to write first time in 2028. Yes, okay, okay. So, right, so what I can sense through this instant poll outcome, that approximately 60% among you will make attempt in 2027 and 35% will make attempt in 2028. Okay, first serious attempt, and the remaining 5% I can see that maybe, right, 29 onwards, they must be in first year of their graduation, okay, or maybe second year of graduation, and they have a plan that maybe 2 years down the line they will make their attempt in 2029, and that will be their first successful final attempt. And this is why they decided to start early. Okay, they decided to start early. Now, to cater the need of all class of audience, okay, so I will talk about what needs to be done for those who are going to make serious attempt in 2027 and those who are going to make serious attempt in 2028, and a lot of common things will be there, and there will be slight minor difference in approach, okay, and intensity. Okay, approach and intensities, minor difference will be there. Okay, so I'm going to talk about that. Now, I don't know, right? Those who are going to make attempt in 2027, they must be aware that on 23rd of May 2027 will be your prelims. Calendar for UPSC 2027 published by UPSC, and UPSC will never bring any changes in their calendar, right? In past 50 years, only on 3 occasions, minor changes were brought. So, this is fixed, almost fixed, okay? And those who will qualify prelims, they will have to write the main, which starts on 20th August, okay, 2027, okay? And those who are going to make attempt in 2028, okay, for them, very reasonably you can be assured that maybe 3rd Sunday in the month of May 2028 will be the prelims. Whichever will be the third Sunday, okay, will be the prelims. And in the third week of August, they will start with the main exam, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, right? That is the way UPSC calendar these days, okay? And in the month of November 2027, you can expect the result for the main. The personality test at UPSC will start in the month of December and will continue till Feb, okay? And maybe towards the last week of Feb or first week of March, final results, okay? And then in the month of July, you will go to, Labasna, if you get IAS, IPS and IFS for your foundation training. And after completion of foundation at Labasna, okay, IPS probationary officer will move to Hyderabad to undergo 50 weeks police training at Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel National Police Academy, Shriram-Palli, Hyderabad. And those who will be in IFS, they will come from Mussoorie to Delhi, Sushma Swaraj Academy for, foreign service at New Delhi, where they will undergo their basic training. Okay, so this timeline should get into your head. Okay, this timeline should get into your head. Now, why I am saying this timeline should get into your head? Because those who are from science and engineering background, they know this word better. You will have to do reverse engineering, reverse calculations, okay, to prepare that roadmap. So, those who are going to make, right, those who are going to make serious attempt in 2027, for prelims, approximately, right, for prelims, approximately, you are left with 340 days. Okay? Today being 13th June. Okay? Approximately how many days? 340 days are left for you. Okay? And those, right, those who are going to write in 2028, they need to have this awareness, right? They need to have awareness that they are left with 700 days. Now, the moment you will think that you have almost a year with you, okay, then it will not make you serious in your approach and preparation. But the moment you tell yourself that now your countdown has started and you are left with 340 days, it will create what we call in our language some positive stress. Okay? I don't want you to be stressful, but some element of, some quantum of, some level of positive stress is also needed. Okay? So, most of the time you will find us taking affirmative step to diffuse the stress which you will build on you. But sometime if we will find you very casual, then we will give you some stress. We will inject some stress, positive stress. Okay. That will make you a bit more disciplined. That will, push you towards committed effort. Okay. So 700 days. Now, you cannot afford to see 340 days as 340 days. Those who are going to write exam in 2027, and if they have a wish, if they have a dream that this should be my first attempt, final attempt, successful attempt, okay, then very meticulously, very religiously, very seriously, right, they will have to follow one rule, and that rule is, right, that rule is 8, 8, 8 rule. What I mean by 8, 8, 8 rule? 8 hours of study every day. Okay? And mind, I am not saying 8 hours of reading every day. The word is study. Okay? This will include attending classes, this will include, revision, this will include practicing answer writing, this will include newspaper reading, this will include taking up some tests, right? So 8 hours of study every day. Okay? And another 8 hours sleep, rest, and you need to relax, chill. Okay? Now, if this 8 will get compromised, either way, this will have a bearing on this 8. Okay? So, first and the last 8 are interdependent, indivisible. Okay? Interdependent and indivisible. You cannot compartmentalize the two. If you are not, if you are not committed for this, definitely you will never remain committed for this set. Okay? So you have to ensure that every day 6 hour minimum sound sleep, okay, and 2 hour rest and relaxation in between. If the sleep duration is 7 hours, I don't mind. Parent at home may be telling you sleep less. I will tell you sleep more. If you are sleeping more, for me, it's the first indicator that there is better and higher degree of concentration. Study is on track. If you are depriving yourself of sleep, this is a first indicator that there is lack of concentration. There are too much distractions. Okay, things are not moving in a disciplined and time-bound manner. So that 8 is very important. And the third 8 is, right, you are a social animal. Okay, human beings are social animal. Okay, so definitely you need some personal time, some time for friend, family, right? And you need, those who are working, they need some, professional time also. If you belong to that category of aspirant, many aspirant, they earn and they learn. They support their preparation. Financially, they are not dependent on their parents. Okay, some are working professional. They need to work for 6-7 hours. So if you are not a working professional, if you are not having the burden to earn and support your preparation, okay, then this 8 hours is with you for your personal, and family and professional needs which are there on daily basis. Okay, brush करने के लिए भी time चाहिए, bathing के लिए भी time चाहिए, okay, washroom, toilet, freshen up के लिए time चाहिए, some time cooking के लिए चाहिए, some purchasing, some shopping, right, some socializing, some interaction with family, some phone, right? So that 8 hours is with you. But I am very particular about this 8 and third 8. Okay? I am here to tell you this 8. And this 8 will include those who have, since you all have joined the batch, this will include 3 hours of classroom and then 5 hours of self-study every day. Discipline is the key to success. Consistency is the key to success. Okay? आप अगर इसको disturb करोगे, 8 को sometime you will take to 12, and sometime if you will bring it down to 0, sometime you will, remain in that 0 for 2-3 days continuously, sometime 5-6 days continuously. Okay? That will never allow the final outcome. Is this clear? So first 8 very important, but for that third 8 is equally important, and I am not worried about this 8 in the middle, because this will have a natural temptation and tendency to eat the time of the 8 on 2 sides. Okay, so your socializing, your personal, family requirements, professional requirements will have tendency to encroach into your 8 exclusive hours for study or your 8 exclusive hours for sleep, rest and relaxation. And if you are able to prevent this encroachment for next 11 months, and those who are going to write in 2027, for them, right, for them, I have slightly different formula. 5 plus 5, okay, plus 7, okay, and plus 7. Is this clear? So this 5 hour is what? 2028, a study for civil service exam preparation. And this 5 hour is for what? Right? This 5 hour is for what? This is any professional course in which you are enrolled, graduation program, engineering program, MBA program, master program, whatever. Okay? This is the reason why you have decided to push your target year to 2028. And this 7 is sleep, rest, and this 7 is again for your, personal, social, family need. Okay. उनके लिए क्या है? Right? उनके लिए क्या है? Right now, in the year 1, the strategy will be 5 plus 5 plus 7 plus 7. Okay. And in the year 2, their strategy will be 8, 8, 8. Okay. But those who are going to write in 2027 itself, they need to keep themselves from day 1 itself. In which strategy? 8, 8, 8. 8 hours of a study, 8 hours of sleep, rest, relaxation, and 8 hours for any other professional, family, social, and personal, commitments which we all have. Okay. So if you stick to this, no force in the world can stop you. Okay. Being successful. Now the question is, how will you stick to this? So I have a mantra, right? I have a mantra. Okay. Can we do one activity? Right? Very short activity. Okay. Very short activity. Can we do? Okay. Now, I would like you, and very honest, authentic, highest level and degree of integrity you all have to maintain. Okay. Okay. So, based on current state of your being, whatever is the present state of your being, the way you have been in your life, at least for past 2-3 years, right? Based on that, if you have to evaluate yourself and rate on the scale of 0 to 10, how disciplined you are, what you feel. And when I say disciplined, how will you know whether you are disciplined or not? Okay. How much you are able to keep the words which you give to yourself in the form of promise, that I will get up tomorrow at this time, I will complete this task by this time, okay, I will do this, I will do that, okay. And this evaluation will be based on what your parent says about you at home, what your friends tell you at your college, institute, okay, what your loved one, near one, dear one. But, that should be a small component. What you think of yourself, okay? If you have to rate yourself presently at the scale of 0 to 10 on discipline component in your personality, how disciplined you are, right? Please give marks to yourself, okay? Give marks to yourself, write it down in the paper, right? And be honest. think, reflect, right? The way you were in your college days, the way you are today, the way your family, friend, they feel about you. Okay, they feel about you. Okay, please give marks and document it. And I'm not going to ask, right? I'm not going to ask. Okay, I'm going to give you one mantra with which, a year later when I will ask you to do this exercise, you will give yourself at least 2 to 5 more marks than whatever you might have given to yourself now. Okay? So whatever you have given to yourself, okay, you will be able to add how much? 2 to 5, right? To the success mantra which I am going to share with you. Is this clear? Okay? And if you have given 10 out of 10 to yourself, then the mantra which I am going to give, you will be able to keep that score intact even a year later, right? Because if you will remain unaware about that, these marks may come down during preparation. Okay? So, I am going to share that mantra, right? I am going to share that mantra. Okay? And this will be a big step forward towards, towards scaling up the level of discipline, at least in preparation. And you should remember one thing. Many students, they get confused between discipline and punctuality. Discipline is a very broad, comprehensive term with deep meaning. Punctuality is just about being on time, right? Sense of time, being on time, okay? Timely completion, okay? Timely completion, punctuality. But discipline is much, much beyond punctuality. Punctuality is the most important facet within discipline. But punctuality alone is not discipline. Okay? So when I am using the word discipline, I am using the word you need to be disciplined in your thoughts. Once you are disciplined in your thoughts, by default you will be disciplined in your conduct. And if you are disciplined in your conduct, by default you will be disciplined in your daily schedule. And if you are disciplined in your daily schedule, you will be disciplined in preparation. And if you are disciplined in preparation, then in a very systematic manner, rhythmic manner, time-bound manner, you will complete the preparation. And once you complete the preparation in terms of doing justice with vast syllabus in a systematic manner, in a time-bound manner, then when you will go for exam, you will be able to give the best shot of yours. Okay? And once you are able to give best shot of yours, you can reasonably expect better outcome. Okay? So everything is discipline. And what we need to discipline first? Discipline our thoughts. Okay? And if we are able to discipline, what is the fastest moving object in the world? Human mind, human brain. Okay? Right now you are listening to me, and next moment you will be thinking about drum. Okay? And after a fraction of second, your thoughts will get steered that if class is over by 1:45, what I am going to have in lunch? And whom I am going to meet? What I am going to do? So देखो, human mind, okay? Move किया from civil service exam preparation से United States से lunch से friend, right? A friend से again where it will go you never know. Okay? But easiest way is to train your mind, okay, to be disciplined. It's very easy and it's most difficult. This is the paradox. Two conflicting and contradicting things, if happens together, we say a word in English, what? Paradox. This is the paradox. It's very easy to train our mind. Okay? ह्यूमन बॉडी और माइंड को आप बहुत आसानी से ट्रेन कर सकते हो एंड वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू ट्रेन. ओके, दैट विल डिपेंड ऑन, राइट, हाउ गुड कोच यू आर. Body and mind is a very good trainee. Okay, but how good coach you are for your own body and mind, okay, that will decide what kind of training the trainee will get. So I am going to tell you how you can train your body and mind both, right? So should I share that mantra with you? What you need to do, right? What you need to do. You all need to maintain a personal diary. Okay? And I know you all are Gen Z. Okay? Even then I would say that you should maintain this diary, okay, either in physical form or in digital form. Okay? And every day when you get up in the morning, the first thing which you will do after freshening up, the first academic activity of the day will start with what? You will open a page in your diary, okay, and you will plan for the day. Right? You will plan for day. And this planning will be the end result of what? 10 to 15 minutes brainstorming. Right? And don't get confused with the word brainstorming. Deep thinking. Right? Random deep thinking. Randomly you will think. Okay? Not very well organized thoughts, but deep thinking. Right? So random and deep thinking. Random and deep thinking. Is this clear? 10-15 minutes, right? You will write plan for the day. And what's the date today? I am just doing for you today. What's the date? 13th June 2026. Clear? And what will you do? In this plan for the day, you will split the plan for the day in two components. One is academic plan and second is non-academic plan for the day. What academic plan you have for the day and what non-academic plan for the day. And when you are making the academic plan for the day, it's not routine making the way you have been doing in school and college, right? It's planning. So academic plan should be prepared with micro details. Okay, micro details. Okay, so you got up, you got up at, let's say, 6:30 a.m., 7 a.m., okay, and then after freshening up, you sat for this at 7:30, okay, then you decided that, okay, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., I am going to, right, I am going to read newspaper. Hypothetically, I am telling you. Okay? And in the newspaper, by that time you will have the newspaper for the day in your, I am going to read these two articles and editorials. You write. Okay? That this is what I will read, this is what I will read today. Okay? If you have planned that in the evening, 6 to 9 or 6 to 8, 2 hours, I am going to read NCERT. Right? Which subject, which class, which chapter. So subject will be, I am just hypothetically, randomly giving 11th class, Indian Constitution at Work. And today I will finish chapter 3 4 and 5. 3 chapters in 2 hours I'm going to complete. Okay. Then, right, then if you are writing in this, you should write that 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. I am going to ALS to attend GS class. You should not write only this, right? You should write, and in GS class today, Indian geography will be discussed. You will be knowing in advance what going to be discussed, right? Within Indian geography, they are going to discuss, right, the formation, structure, okay, significance of Himalaya as a physiographic unit. Okay, you write down the topic. Okay, you split the micro details. Academic planning is to be done with micro details. Okay, it should not be that 8 to 10 I will study and 10 to 12 I will relax and again I will study. That's not planning. That's very foolish. That will never make you disciplined. Okay, and when you are making the micro details of academic plan you are going to do that day, okay, you need to challenge yourself that yesterday in 2 hours I was able to complete 2 chapters in my NCERT. Today I will try to complete 2.5 chapters. Okay, so you will accelerate. Okay, so this will bring you in an effortless manner from reading to accelerated reading. Okay, it will provide acceleration when you challenge yourself. You don't have to get challenged by others. Okay, you don't have to get intimidated by others, but you need to challenge yourself. That yesterday the target which I have taken, let me take slightly bigger target for the day. Okay, and if I am able to achieve, I will celebrate. If I am not able to achieve, no problem. Tomorrow I will achieve the target. Okay, so academic planning is to be done with what? Academic planning is to be done with what? Micro details. Okay, and then you need to, this plan you will not be able to execute if you don't plan non-academic plan. Okay, so non-academic plan. Okay, so you got up in the morning and you realized that you are not well. Okay, so in non-academic plan you write, okay, that I am down with viral fever. Okay, I am going to take full day rest. Okay, and not only today and tomorrow, 2-day rest, and I will get back to my study 2 days later. And then I will compensate for 2 days, right? In a manner that, 8 hours a day. Then for upcoming week, I am going to study maybe 10 hours a day. Okay. And even when you are taking bed rest, at least you will read newspaper 1 hour, lying in the bed and then, getting up and making notes. Okay. So non-academic planning. If you have got up and realized that today, right, there is a festival, let's say Holi. Now on Holi, you just think that morning, maybe for 2 hours I will study and remaining day I am going to celebrate. Okay. You have realized that it's your birthday. Write it, pen it down, take up, everything should happen in your life now onwards planned and disciplined. मस्ती भी करना है, उसका भी प्लानिंग करना है और उसमें भी डिसिप्लिन बनाना है, रखना है. Okay, everything should happen in a planned way. Okay, so non-academic, you realized that it's not your birthday, it's your friend's birthday and your friend has thrown a party in the evening. आप academic में लिखो कि today I will study only for 6 hours, okay, and forenoon session I will study maximum, afternoon and late evening I am going to, for party and I will enjoy the party fullest. Okay, so non-academic plan for the day. If you don't have any, if you have to go to bank for some work, okay, if you have to, go to some government office to get your driving license renewed, Aadhaar updated. Okay, some this kind of work will always come. Okay, that also needs to be planned. Is this clear? Is this clear? Now, this will be a criminal waste of your energy and time if you don't do follow-up exercise. Follow-up क्या है? Every night before you get into the bed, again you need to open this page in your laptop, desktop or diary, okay, and you need to review. इसका एक serious review करना है, okay. And review में आपको क्या करना है कि morning I planned that I will study, I will go and attend class at ALS. Yes, I have attended, I got benefited. I was able to read newspaper, but I planned that I will read NCERT book. I was not able to read. I have not been able to do this. Okay. I planned that I will write 2 answers based on class discussion today, but I have not been able to write 2 answers. So you should write at the footnote, right? Footnote. क्या footnote में लिखोगे? I completed, and in your own words, right? I completed all tasks assigned to myself this morning, except, right, chapter 3 in NCERT, except answer writing. Okay. And then you will sign it, right? Put your signature. Putting up signature means what? You are taking up the responsibility. बोलते हैं ना, responsible बनो. आप responsible बनने लगोगे, disciplined बनने लगोगे, right? You will hold yourself responsible for every good thing which is happening in your life and everything which is not happening in your life. नहीं तो अभी majority of so called Gen Z क्या है, right? उनका attitude में क्या है? They will always, blame others. बोलेगा parents ठीक नहीं है, college ठीक नहीं है, institution ठीक नहीं है, कुछ नहीं मिलेगा तो बोलेगा मौसम ठीक नहीं है, friend ठीक नहीं है, बैठने वाला टेबल ठीक नहीं है, पेन ठीक नहीं है, ओके बोलेगा 4 बार घर का घंटी बज गया, राइट? घर में एकेडमिक एटमॉस्फेयर ठीक नहीं है, ओके. सो यू विल ग्रो अप एज व्हाट? कंप्लेनिंग, क्राइंग एंड क्रीपिंग बेबी. अगर कंप्लेन भी करना है, यू कंप्लेन विथ योरसेल्फ. मैंने प्लान किया और कर नहीं पाया, नो इश्यूज, कल प्लान करूंगा और उसको कंप्लीट करूंगा, सो दैट व्हेन आई हैव टू पुट माय सिग्नेचर आई कैन राइट आई कंप्लीटेड एवरीथिंग व्हाट आई प्लान्ड दिस मॉर्निंग. इज दिस क्लियर? नाउ दिस एक्सरसाइज, इसमें एक रूल है. दिस एक्सरसाइज 30 days you have to do. बिलीविंग वर्ड ऑफ माइंड. जब भी शुरू में मन करे ना, नहीं ये नहीं करते हैं, तब नहीं मनीष गौतम ने बोला था यार, बहुत बहुत स्ट्रांगली बोला था, ओके, लेट मी डू फॉर 1 more day. ही सेड डू फॉर 30 days, राइट? अगर 30 days you will have to force yourself, but 31st day onward you will get habituated. You will get, I am using a wrong word, addicted. You know why you will get addicted? Because you will experience the magical impact of it, power of it. आपको लगेगा wow, it's me only who is doing so many things here. Okay? इतना सारा मैं काम कर ले रहा हूं, सो भी रहा हूं, खेल भी रहा हूं, प्रिपरेशन भी कर रहा हूं, न्यूज़पेपर भी पढ़ रहा हूं, क्लास भी अटेंड कर रहा हूं. wow, it's me only. और पता है, ये डायरी आपका जब भी प्रिपरेशन में लो फेज आएगा, कॉन्फिडेंस का, सेल्फ डाउट होगा, इट्स नेचुरल, इट्स हैपन विथ एवरीबडी. इवन व्हेन वी वर प्रिपेयरिंग, this was a big challenge which we used to encounter. Every 5th day, every 10th day, we will feel very low. अरे यार कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा है, प्रिपरेशन मेरे से निकलेगा नहीं निकलेगा, आईएएस मैंने रॉन्ग डिसीजन तो नहीं ले लिया. Okay, such thoughts will trigger. Okay, but immediately those thoughts will disappear if you turn the page of this diary. ये आपका confidence को pull up करेगा. Whenever you feel low in confidence, whenever some self doubting thoughts trigger ho, self defeating thought trigger ho, do only one thing, turn the pages of this diary. The moment you will turn the pages of this diary, then what you will realize, oh my god, right, I'm attending most of the classes. Yeah, okay, I am writing answer on an average, but I need to be a bit more disciplined in this. I have prepared geography, I have prepared history. Within history, art and culture, I have done properly. Something needs to be done. In the moment you will get to know the current state of your preparation, all of a sudden you will, your confidence level will bounce back. And yes, next day onward, you will be more committed that I have to stick to this plan of mine. Toppers in civil service exam, successful candidates in civil service exam, they don't do anything different, but they do everything differently. And one key differentiator for successful aspirant is scheduling, planning, time management. There cannot be a better way to manage your time. There cannot be a better way to discipline yourself. There cannot be a better way to steer your preparation, forward in a time-bound manner, in a systematic, rhythmic manner than this. But first 30 days, it's very, very difficult to get addicted to this idea. Okay? But 30 days, if you are able to do, believing my words, by forcing yourself, the moment, thoughts in you come, that aaj chhod dete, kal kar lunga. That time, my word should echo in your ears. नहीं, बहुत बोला था. Or tomorrow when you will qualify civil service exam, media आएगा आपके पास, right? Can you share your success mantra? उस समय बोल देना, देखो मेरा जो सक्सेस मंत्रा है ना, उसमें सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट था शेड्यूलिंग, प्लानिंग एंड टाइम मैनेजमेंट. ओके, एंड हाउ आई मेड माई सेल्फ डिसिप्लिन्ड. ओके, आप शेयर करो. आप जिससे बेनिफिट हुए हो, पास ऑन दैट बेनिफिट टू योर नेक्स्ट जनरेशन. ओके, एंड दैट टाइम देयर इज नो नीड टू मेंशन कि इसने मनीष गौतम ने क्लास में एक बार बोला था. ओके, नो नीड. मेरे को क्रेडिट मत दो, अपने मेहनत को क्रेडिट दो, लेकिन एक बार इसको करके देखो. इज दिस क्लियर? ये गेम चेंजर होगा. ओके, अगर ये करना शुरू कर दिए एंड 2 months later if I will ask you the same question, how much marks you give to yourself on the scale of 0 to 10 on discipline, immediately you will give yourself 2 to 5 more marks than whatever marks you have given to yourself. Is this clear? So everything depends on what? Scheduling, planning, time management. तो अभी हमने क्या बात किया? अभी हमने बात किया number 1, right? Dream big. Number 2, take charge of your dreams. Number 3, target year अगर, right? Target year if is 2027, then 8 rule. Okay, and if target year is 2028, then 5-5-7-7 rule. And then I discussed that how you can scale up discipline. Okay, ये तो बहुत ही बेसिक हो गया. But once you enter into a committed preparation, then you will have to steer your preparation through 4 stages, right? Through 4 stages. And the very first stage in your preparation should be, right? Very first stage in your preparation should be creation of a strong foundation. Okay, what should be the first stage in your preparation? Creation of a very strong foundation. And my dear friends, you must have heard one saying in life that tallest structures in the world have a strongest foundation. Right? Tallest structure in the world have a strongest foundation. How high you will reach, that depends on how strong is the base. Okay? And this is where today so-called Gen Z are facing challenge in civil service exam preparation. Okay? So if you want to create a strong foundation for general studies, then what you will have to do? You will have to read NCERT books of 6 to 12 standard, right? In a very different way that I will discuss. But what is going to be the first stage? Creation of a strong foundation. You know what is happening with many? The moment they will, right? The moment they will think of civil service exam preparation, immediately they will jump into advanced level preparation. They will start reading some, a standard book for different modules of GS. If they have to, let's say, study polity, immediately they will pick up, M. Lakshmikant, or they will pick up D.D. Basu. Okay. If they have to study, right, Indian geography, they will pick up R.C. Sinha. Okay. They will pick up Gopal Singh. Some of them will pick up, other books which are there. माजिद हुसैन का बुक पकड़ लेगा, कोई खुल्लर का बुक उठा लेगा, इंडियन ज्योग्राफी पढ़ना शुरू कर देगा. If they have to, study economics, immediately they will jump to, TMH ka economy by Ramesh Singh. Some will pick up Indian economy by Rudra Dutt and Sundaram. Some will pick up Indian economy by Bimal Jalan. Some will pick up Indian economy by Uma Kapila. Okay? या सीधे जो है क्या उठा लेगा, बोलेगा इकोनॉमिक सर्वे. एवरीबडी सेज इकोनॉमिक सर्वे, एवरीबडी सेज इंडिया ईयर बुक. ओके, दे विल इमीडिएटली जंप टू व्हाट? ओके, बट because of their non-serious schooling, what has happened, the foundation is not that strong. In economics, they don't understand the basic difference between money and currency. अभी ये नहीं पता है what is money and what is currency. यही नहीं पता है कि what is the difference between monetary policy and fiscal policy. Okay? यही नहीं पता है what is real GDP, what is nominal GDP. Okay? And they don't know what is the difference between GDP and GVA. लेकिन इकोनॉमिक्स पढ़ रहे, और इकोनॉमिक्स पढ़ने के बाद, right, they will make a lot of effort and then will say, there is, this module is very tough. अब wrong diagnosis भी शुरू हो गया. अप्रोच रॉन्ग है, राइट? बोलेगा हिस्ट्री में आफ्टर रीडिंग, बिपिन चंद्र आपको उठा लेगा. ओके, नहीं है, तो देर आर सो मेनी ऑथर्स हु आर देयर. वीके अग्निहोत्री है, उनको उठा लेगा. ओके, टी.एन. झा का बुक है, उसको उठा लेगा. एंड देन बोलेगा हिस्ट्री इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट. नहीं है तो आर्ट एंड कल्चर में उठा लेगा, नितिन सिंघानिया का बुक है. ओके, very thick one, and bolega, my God, art and culture, so many dance forms, so many musical instruments, so many musical personalities, so many folk dance, so many paintings. ये कौन पढ़ेगा? Very difficult. They will wrongly diagnose also. Are you getting it? Okay. So what is the first stage in your preparation? Creation of a strong foundation. Okay, and how you can create that strong foundation? By reading NCERT books in the very beginning of your preparation. And even if you have read once, those who are going to write in 2027, okay, even if you claim before me that, sir, I have read 6 to 12 class NCERT. Fine. Okay, I will say one round of accelerated revision. Okay, one round of revision. Maybe in 1.5 months, create a time slot of 1.5 to 2 hours in your daily schedule and complete the revision. Okay, that will create a rock solid foundation. Those who have not read, they must create 2-hour time slot. Okay, and next 2.5 months they should complete reading 6 to 12 30 plus NCERT books. Okay, and if they read those 30 NCERT books, it will create a rock solid foundation for every module of general studies, whether it's history, geography, economics, or whether it is polity, constitution, whether it is science, right? In each and every module, you will have rock solid foundation. Is this clear? अभी सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज क्या है? जेनजी का jumping, hopping, skipping, lack of concentration, lack of patience, everything they want on the click of button, immediately, instantaneous, सब कुछ तुरंत चाहिए. IAS में सक्सेस तुरंत नहीं मिलेगा. ओके, एक प्रोसेस है. ओके, you will have to stick to the basic rules. You will have to hold on to fundamentals and you will have to enjoy the process. Okay, 11 month लाइफ में जॉयफुल लर्निंग, मस्ती करेंगे. ओके, बर्डन नहीं फील करेंगे. इज दिस क्लियर? सो फर्स्ट स्टेज क्या है? क्रिएशन ऑफ ए स्ट्रॉन्ग फाउंडेशन. नाउ आई विल कोरिलेट दिस डिस्कशन विद दिस ईयर. आर यू अवेयर? राइट, आर यू अवेयर? दिस ईयर प्रीलिम पेपर, prelims GS paper, right? Everybody said that it was very, very difficult. Okay, and even I found the paper both very lengthy as well as difficult. Okay, very lengthy as well as difficult. Okay, students have struggled inside exam hall in managing the time, okay, completing the paper by reading the questions, and they have struggled because of the difficulty level on higher side in comparison with previous years. This is the true, assessment. Okay, but what is the hidden part even in this year prelims? That out of 100 questions, 20 to 24 questions were based on NCERT, right? Were based on NCERT. Okay, and there were 20 questions, 15 to 20 questions, which were very brute and crude fact, very difficult. I am teaching for more than 20 years. Even I cannot solve them without seeking assistance from internet, Google, and that too Google search we took time for me to finally zero down that this option is the right option for the. But what is the truth? That your success is not dependent on these 15-20 questions. Simply you have to skip such questions. Okay, and if you want to crack prelims irrespective of whatever is the nature of difficult question, then in these 20-24 questions this year, and sometime this number will be 30, you cannot afford to commit even a single mistake. If you are committing 3-4 question mistake in solving these 20-24, which is based on basic concept in NCERT, then you are minimizing your own chance to crack prelims. Are you getting it? So, this is the importance of creation of a strong foundation. right? Creation of a strong foundation. So you need to be very particular about, very particular about the first stage, that how you are going to create a strong foundation. And right, and in this, right, in this, I have something to say. So when you plan reading NCERT, okay, when you plan reading NCERT, then what you need to do, okay, you have to read NCERT book subject wise, right? You have to read NCERT book, right? You have to read NCERT book subject wise. Is this clear? So if you have picked up history, then what will you do? You will read 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th history books first before you pick up any other subject. You should not read class wise, that let me read all 6 standard NCERT for class 6, then I will read all NCERT for 7th standard. No. While reading NCERT book, what is the, a strategic correct way? You have to read NCERT subject wise, and within subject, you have to read class wise. Okay, and you have to first complete one module, then another module, then next module, and by that, in that manner, you have to complete 30 plus NCERT book. The list has been shared with you all. Okay, new edition, old edition, whatever is specifically mentioned. Is this clear? And अभी prelims अगर आपको करना है crack, while reading, while preparing for prelims का need क्या है, right? थोड़ा सा focus के साथ पढ़ना है, minutely पढ़ना है, microscopically पढ़ना है, in between words को पढ़ना है, okay? So that there is conceptual clarity. Concept में कोई आपका, inherent weakness नहीं हो, right? There should not be any inherent weakness in concepts. Okay? So, इसलिए क्या करना है? The way you read. Now, ये कैसे improve होगा? ये भी तरीका मैं बताता हूं, right? That when you read NCERT book, what you should do, right? What you should do? You read at accelerated pace. थोड़ा सा स्पीड बढ़ा के पढ़ो, right? Because the age in which you all are, maturity is more than 6th standard student. There is no match between your maturity and the maturity level of a 6th standard student. Okay, your power to grasp is much higher. Okay, your command over language, maturity level. So what you should do while reading NCERT, accelerate the pace. And when you are reading at accelerated pace, then you underline the keywords. Okay, underlining is key. The moment you start underlining the keywords, you will get enrolled, right, with the topic which you are reading. But simply underlining will not help. Even while underlining, you have to follow one rule, that the underline portion in your NCERT book should never exceed 15% of the content given in that page. Okay? If there is 15 sentences, then one sentence you have to underline. Okay? If there are, let's say 1,000 words in that page, okay, then how many words you have to underline? 150 words maximum. बहुत बच्चों का क्या प्रॉब्लम है पता है? अंडरलाइनिंग जब शुरू करेगा ना, पूरा बुक रंग देगा. If others will see their book, they will get thoroughly confused. What is more important? Underlined and highlighted section, या जो अंडरलाइन नहीं है वही ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. Okay? So what rule you have to follow? 15% rule. But इससे भी आपका कंसंट्रेशन नहीं बढ़ेगा. कंसंट्रेशन किससे बढ़ेगा? once you complete the page, right? You should complete the page in 2 minutes, and then, right, 2 to 3 minutes, and then you should think and reflect for 1 minute. Okay, after completing the reading of these 1,000 words, what are the key takeaway from this page? Which concept I understood, which fact I should remember, right? Think, reflect. And then after thinking and reflection, you will have, at that time, you will have a feel that I know everything, but you will forget later. Okay, so you have to write with pen on the top, left, right, bottom, blank space and margins which are in page. आपको एनसीईआरटी से नोट्स नहीं बनाना है. That is a waste of time. Don't make notes. Okay? और दूसरा का बनाया हुआ नोट्स उसको भी नहीं पढ़ना है. Again, it's a waste of time. Okay? अभी I see online content flooded with कि एनसीईआरटी का क्या है, नोट्स है. Okay? Rather than reading NCERT, you read the notes. कोई फायदा नहीं होगा. Okay? Read NCERT on your own. Make your own notes, not in notebook, but in the NCERT book itself. Okay? Instead of, writing key concept in notebook, key concept should get printed forever in your mind, brain and head. आपके माथा के अंदर, दिमाग के अंदर वो लिख जाएगा. ये मेथड अपनाना है. Are you getting it? So after completing every page, what you have to do, right? If you have taken 2 minutes to complete reading of the page, you should take 30-45 seconds to reflect, think, takeaways क्या है, okay? And then another 30 seconds to write the same on the top, left, right margin. That this important fact, this important concept, right? This important theme, this important name, right? This important term, I should remember. Okay? I should remember. You note it down on page. Clear? Then towards the end of chapter, there are questions. Right? There are questions. You must solve those questions. Right? You must solve those questions. Okay? And how will you solve the question? Again, you should not solve those questions in a separate notebook. You should solve those questions in the book itself. And if you are finding the space in that page inadequate, then please use notice stick. Colorful notice sticks are there, no? You just, paste one notice stick. ऐसा एक notice stick ले लिया, right? Let us say that fluorescent yellow color का notice stick है. Okay, you paste and you write, right? You write that answer of question number 5A. And instead of writing the full answer, you write the synopsis that for this answer, these 4 points I should write. Is this clear? But question towards if the question is objective, do it in the book. If the question is in the form of true and false, then you write true, false, false, true. Okay. If the question is match, if the question is filling the blanks, do it in the book. If the question is descriptive, then use notice stick, paste it in your NCERT book. Okay. But exercise towards the end of chapter must. ये अगर कर लेगा ना तो आपका क्या होगा, थोड़ा सा concentration while reading. Okay. You will get more benefit by reading NCERT. Okay. Conceptual clarity you will get. Terms you will remember. Dates you will remember. Okay. Events you will remember. Names you will remember. Okay. Concepts you will understand. Conceptual clarity will come. Okay. Basics will be very well taken care. Is this clear? So what is the first stage? What is the first stage? Creation of a strong foundation by reading NC. And you should not have a feel कि अब NCERT का उतना importance नहीं है. I am telling you, even this year prelim, when the questions were very tough in comparison with previous many years, right? Even in this year question paper, I found 20 plus questions which were from NCERT, 11th, 12th mostly, some of them even from 10th. Okay? Is this clear? Stage 1. But just by reading NCERT, by doing 20 question in prelim, you cannot even crack prelims. Okay? So, to crack the exam, stage 2 is very important. And what is this stage 2? Okay? Stage 2 is systematic, rhythmic, time-bound preparation. And you have to do this time-bound preparation with focus on syllabus. Syllabus को cover करना है. The two best guide for you in this preparation is syllabus and previous year questions. The two best mentors for you in this scheme of preparation is syllabus and previous year questions. Okay? And you need to do justice with syllabus. And for that, you need to have understanding of syllabus, deeper understanding of syllabus. So what you should do? आपके study room में, okay? आपके study table पे, right? एक hard copy syllabus का paste कर दो, right? और आपके laptop में, desktop में, right? Paper wise syllabus का file create कर दो. And every day you should look into the syllabus. Every time you are going to study, right? You should look into the syllabus. After attending every class, you should go back and should map that today's class discussion was, related with which part of the syllabus, which topic, which subtopic. Okay? The moment you will develop, right? The moment you will develop this habit to look into the syllabus, right? To refer to syllabus every time. It's not that once in the beginning of the preparation or once in month you look into the syllabus. No, every day you look into the syllabus. What will happen? What will happen? Your understanding of syllabus, your grasp over the syllabus, you will be able to decode syllabus. You will be able to read the unwritten words in the syllabus. Okay? And when you will club this with PYQs, right? PYQs. And when it comes to prelims, right from 2000 to 2026, right? And when it comes to main, right from 2013 to 2025, and in the month of August 2026 main question papers, right? Now you should know that today, if you, let's say you are studying drainage system in India in Indian geography, about rivers, tributaries, distributaries, lakes, right? Key concept related with drainage system, right? Or in Indian geography, you are studying about monsoon. First thing what you should know, what is written about, monsoon in syllabus. Under what head we can place monsoon? Is it explicitly mentioned or whether it is implicitly mentioned? Okay. If it is explicitly mentioned, then in which words? And if it is implicitly mentioned, right, then under which topic? Implicit reference mention of this topic which I am studying. Now, based on this topic, how many times in the main they have asked question? What kind of question? How many times in the prelims they have asked question? Okay. And these days, right, and we will provide at ALS, but even if you are not at ALS, then these days very easily in the market, what you will find? Classified previous year question. Subject wise, topic wise, subtopic wise. So you don't have to do research on your own. Ready-made, right? Available. You only have to analyze on your own. You have to see on your own. Okay, today in polity, I am going to study about election of President of India, how President is elected. Now let me see. Oh my God, in the last, 26 year, 6 times in the prelims, they have asked a question on election of the President. In last, 13 years, 4 times in the main exam, they have asked a question on election of the President. Oh, now, the moment you will see those 4 questions, okay, this kind of question. Now, then if you will prepare the topic, your preparation will be exam oriented. Otherwise, your preparation will be ज्ञान oriented. ओके जो ज्ञान खुद अर्जित किया है या किसी दूसरे को यूट्यूब में सुन के मिला है वो ऐसे ही चल जाएगा. आर यू गेटिंग इट? इज दिस क्लियर? सो सिस्टमेटिक रिदमिक टाइम बाउंड प्रिपरेशन with focus on syllabus and practice PCQ, PYQs. Okay, this is very very important. Now इसमें ये वर्ड जो है सिस्टमेटिक रिदमिक कवरेज कैसे होगा सिलेबस का, टाइम बाउंड कवरेज कैसे होगा, राइट? देयर आर ओनली 2 ways, राइट? इस सिस्टमेटिक रिदमिक टाइम बाउंड होगा. व्हाट आर द 2 ways? नंबर 1, if you join a coaching institute, then you need to attend class, and you should always have the temptation to join reputed coaching institute. और reputed coaching institute का मतलब, right, endlessly जो कोर्स चला रहे हैं वो नहीं. I am very disturbed these days. What I find, आके स्टूडेंट बोलेगा मेरे को, सर वहां ना 3 साल का प्रोग्राम है, 3 साल का प्रोग्राम ज्वाइन करोगे तो 5 साल लगेगा क्वालिफाई करने में. Okay, it's not about, right, it's not about that how much we drag the course. It's about, right, how early you do justice with syllabus. Is this clear? So, right, if you have joined a reputed coaching institute, then this will happen how? If you attend classes regularly. Okay? Now, when you have joined ALS, what we expect from you, right? Irrespective of weather conditions in Delhi, irrespective of timing for the class, irrespective of what module and subject, irrespective of teacher, you should attend class. Okay. What happens with many students? What happens with many students? That when they will come to attend class, what they do? You know what they do? They will become selective, right? बोलेगा ये टीचर बहुत अच्छा है, his classes are very entertaining, interesting. Okay, ये थोड़ा बोरिंग है. टीचर के बेसिस पे आप क्लास चूज करने लगते हो. सब्जेक्ट के बोलेगा, आई एम इंजीनियर, व्हाई आई नीड टू अटेंड, राइट, साइंस एंड सीसेट क्लासेस. मेंटल एबिलिटी मैथ्स में तो मैं फोड़ दूंगा. ओके, कुछ नहीं फूटेगा, हमें पता है इंजीनियरिंग कैसे किया है. ओके, डोंट टेल अस. ओके, वी नो एवरीथिंग. ओके, सो इवन इफ यू हैव ए बैकग्राउंड इन हिस्ट्री, then also you should attend history classes in GS. You will get benefited. Okay, so attend all classes. But attending class means what? Not only, somehow making your physical presence in the class. Okay, क्लास में बैठा हुआ है, okay, और कुछ लोग क्या करेगा, right, एकदम सोए. 12:30, 1 more hour. Okay, then 10 minutes they will listen them. Last topic सुना क्या, right, NCERT. अब क्या सुन रहा है, क्लास. Okay, अचानक से NCERT क्लास, what correlation? A very boring subject. Let me take some power nap. Right? तो वो है. कुछ लोग जो है, right, सोचेगा कि what teacher and others may feel, so gradually they will develop one special skill. What is that special skill? To sleep with open eyes. Eyes is open, right? हाथ ऐसे है, या ऐसे। ओके, टीचर क्या सोच रहा है, ओह हाईएस्ट डिग्री ऑफ कंसंट्रेशन, बट स्टूडेंट जो है थॉट्स में क्या है, डीप स्लीप। ओके, नो फायदा, नो बेनिफिट। ओके, आपको क्लास कैसे अटेंड करना है, ठीक है, while sitting in the class, first thing, right, you need to sit straight, no slouching, right, no resting your hand and cheek on the desk. Okay, sit straight. Yeah, we are almost double your age. Okay, we are almost double your age. Okay, but you will never find us slouching in the class. Okay, कभी आप हमको ना वॉशरूम जाते हुए क्लास में नहीं देखोगे. This does not mean that we have got a bigger size of urinary bladder. हमारा ब्लैडर आपका ब्लैडर एक ही साइज का है. Our commitment to our work is greater. Okay, your commitment to your work. Okay, अगर कमिटमेंट लेवल हाई होगा तो क्या करोगे, क्लास में आने के पहले, राइट, वॉशरूम जाओगे, पानी का बॉटल लेके आओगे, राइट, then how to get maximum benefit during the class you will remain. And this is very much applicable to online student. Online student तो फिर I don't want to comment how they attend class. बेड में लेटे लेटे, विंटर में ब्लैंकेट के अंदर, वो भी, right? Some of them तो are so innovative that they will carry device in toilet. बोलेगा सबसे ज्यादा टाइम सेव हो रहा है, टॉयलेट के साथ साथ क्लास भी अटेंड कर लिया. ओके, कोई फायदा नहीं है. इट्स ओनली गिविंग यू अ मेंटल सेटिस्फैक्शन. इवन इफ यू आर अटेंडिंग द क्लास ऑनलाइन, राइट, सिट एट योर स्टडी टेबल, बिगर स्क्रीन का कोई डिवाइस खोलो, राइट, टेक द नोट्स. ओके, फिजिकली यू मे बी प्रेजेंट 1000 kilometers away, but you should have a feel that you are sitting in front of us, and we should also have a perception that I am sitting in front of you. Okay, to explain things for you. Every teacher will teach like that. तो आपको कैसे है, you need to sit straight, you need to make notes in the class. जितना लिख सकते हो लिखो. Okay, every hour, 1 hour classroom discussion, you should be able to make 2 to 3 page notes. बकवास ही लिखो. अगर टीचर बकवास कर रहे हैं, आप बकवास लिखो. ओके, लिखो some points, some key points, some key terms, some key expression. Sometimes teacher will dictate, but most of the time teacher will explain, demonstrate, analyze. Okay, you keep on noting down points, you keep on jotting down points. उससे क्या होगा, you will get enrolled in the topic being discussed. आपका दिमाग थॉट्स इधर उधर नहीं जाएगा. लिखने से, सुनने से सिर्फ, if you are only listening, okay, there is a very high chance that your thoughts will wander. Okay, but if you are listening, if you are writing, if you are making attempt to note down key points, it will not. Is this clear? And when you go back home, revise the class notes. When you go back home, club this class notes with printed study material which we will provide. Okay, और एक चीज आपको बता दूं, सिस्टमेटिक रिदमिक प्रिपरेशन में, ओके, सिलेबस का मॉड्यूल वाइज, पहले आपको मॉड्यूल वाइज एक सेंस होना चाहिए कि मैंने कंप्लीट हिस्ट्री भी किया है, ज्योग्राफी भी किया है, इकोनॉमिक्स भी किया है, साइंस भी किया है, इन्वायरमेंट भी किया है, इथिक्स भी किया है, सीसेट भी किया. दिस फील्ड शुड बी देयर मॉड्यूल वाइज. विद इन मॉड्यूल, सेगमेंट वाइज. ओके, हिस्ट्री में मैंने मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री भी किया है, एंशिएंट मेडिवल भी किया है, आर्ट एंड कल्चर भी किया है, वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री भी किया है. ओके, सो विद इन मॉड्यूल सेगमेंट वाइज, विद इन सेगमेंट टॉपिक वाइज, विद इन टॉपिक सब टॉपिक वाइज. right? And within subtopic, particular heading, right? ये मैंने किया है. Okay? So this will happen, right? This will happen how? If you remain committed to attend class, during class, alertness, attentiveness, responsiveness, participation, notes making, listening, thinking, writing, reflection, enrolled in the topic being discussed. Okay. So again, one key differentiator. Every topper will join some or other institute. Okay. And they're attending class with many others. Same class, same teacher, same discussion, same material, but different result. You know why? Because the manner in which toppers are attending the class is different than rest others. Okay? कुछ लोग physical presence है, right? Just physical presence. Somehow physically they are making themselves. कुछ लोग तो जैसे we teachers are visiting teachers. Okay? हमारा जब टॉपिक आएगा देन आई विल कम टू टेक क्लास. स्टूडेंट भी आपको विजिटिंग दिखेंगे. 2 दिन आएगा, 2 दिन एब्सेंट. ओके, ठीक है. सो सिस्टमेटिक, रिदमिक, टाइम बाउंड प्रिपरेशन, अटेंड क्लासेस. अगर नई क्लास कर रहे हो, दिस इज वेयर कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट. हम तो क्या करेंगे, यू नो, थ्रू 600 आवर्स, right, classroom discussion, we will complete every topic for prelim, main, interview, every topic. हम तो 600 hours conduct करेंगे, right, and complete कर देंगे. Okay? थोड़ा सा अगर spill over होगा तो ये 600 will become 625. Okay? But we will complete. Then we will conduct tests also. Okay? Then we will conduct current affairs class also. लेकिन आपके लिए कंप्लीट होना तभी जरूर है when you attend class, make notes, go back home, revise. और इस पूरे स्कीम में, right, पूरे स्कीम में when you are preparing for general studies, optional में slightly different, when you are preparing for general studies, right, first thing is what, right, first thing is what, limited expansion. You will have to limit, right, expansion. ये जो है ना, expansion का मतलब you will have to restrict reference and study material. इसको restrict करना पड़ेगा. Okay? You will have to restrict. Okay? थोड़ा सा लाइफ में किससे ड्रिवन होना होगा? Quality, not quantity. Okay? If I have to prepare a topic, I need quality write-up. I need quality session of half an hour. Okay. I need quality write-up of 2000 words because ultimately I have to write answer in only 250 words. Okay. I should never read one full book for a particular theme or topic. Are you getting it? Okay. So very important is this, limiting your reference and study material. Okay, and then expansion को जब रोक देंगे, then what should start? Revision. ये सबसे consolidation. Okay, कितना round of revision करोगे, that is going to decide the destiny of yours. और इसीलिए मैं हमेशा बोलता हूं simple word में, what I say, that in a particular subject, read one standard book, one good book, quality wala book, standard book 5 times rather than reading 5 different standard book in one subject. हिस्ट्री में 5 डिफरेंट बुक पढ़ने से बढ़िया है एक अच्छा बुक 5 बार पढ़ लो. Are you getting it? So what is the key to success? Limiting, right? Limiting the study material, reference material, and repeated and several round of revision. And revision में, right? Revision में, revising, by writing answer and solving MCQ. Right? When you are revising, you should not revise. एक क्या concept आ गया बच्चों में, that what they understand with revision? Revision. Again, rereading. Okay? For majority, revision is what? Rereading. What you have read, you will read again. No. Right? What you have read, you may read once, but after that, the revision should be in the form of writing, answer, and solving MCQ. Okay? If you have already read, 1,000-word content on election of the president, if you have understood the election of the president, method of the election of the president, then write 2-3 answers from mains point of view on election of the president, solve 20 odd number of MCQ on election of the president. Okay. And if you want to revise more, then you write another set of 2 answer, 3 answer, you solve another set of 20 question. Okay. Then your, grasp over the topic in polity called election of the president, will be of that nature that no matter how easy, how tough, how difficult, how lengthy the question is, you will be able to solve in the exam hall. Are you getting it? So what is the key to success? What is the key to success? Key to success is, limiting reference and study material. And while choosing that limited reference material, you should be driven by quality, not quantity. And one good round of reading. थोड़ा सा concentration के साथ limited material को अगर पढ़ लिए, okay, then your understanding will be deeper. And then with every round of revision, your understanding will go further deeper. Your ability to think, reflect, analyze will rise higher. Okay. Your grasp over the topic will be strong. Okay. And any question, irrespective of level of difficulty in main or pre, you will be able to write good answer or solve MCQ. Are you getting it? Yes or no? Now, in this scheme, right, in this scheme, what should be the ideal study and reference material? Okay, so first should be your class notes. So when you attend class and make notes, that should be the core of your revision material, study material, reference material. Okay, in addition to class note, second thing, and even before class note, NCERT books. NCERT books. Is this clear? NCERT books. ठीक है? So एकदम core में क्या है? NCERT book. Then is class notes. Then third is printed material, और जो ज़्यादा टेक savvy है उनके लिए, राइट, हम डिजिटल भी देंगे, प्रिंटेड भी देंगे, डिजिटल भी देंगे, बोथ, राइट. सो प्रिंटेड मटेरियल. एंड देन फोर्थ लेयर क्या है आपके इस प्रिपरेशन स्ट्रेटेजी में? वन स्टैंडर्ड बुक ऑन ईच subject, but this you have to not study the entire book if you have joined an institute. ये selective, very selective, right? Book का some pages, some topic which you feel that class में ज़्यादा discussion नहीं हो पाया. Okay, the teacher run through some topic. That will happen. Okay, now that topic you will read on your own, right, from that standard book. Okay, and right, and इसके ऊपर का जो लेयर होगा, right, उस टॉपिक का current developments by reading articles and editorials of newspaper. So current development, article and editorials. ठीक है? इज दिस क्लियर? यस और नो? अब यहां पे आकर के पूरा लाइन, इसके आगे मैं कुछ भी नहीं करूंगा. If I have to revise, I will again revise NCERT, again revise class note, again revise, printed material which I have studied, again will revise the selected reading I have done for the standard book, again will revise my current affairs notes for this particular subject, right? Polity में polity का current developments वाला, this is, and इसको 2-3 rounds, rather than, right? यहां पर बच्चा क्या करता है, right? बच्चा क्या करता है, अपना क्लास करेगा, राइट, अपना नोट्स नहीं बनाएगा. एक इंस्टीट्यूट में क्लास कर रहा है, दूसरे इंस्टीट्यूट का नोट रेफर कर रहा है, तीसरे का करंट अफेयर्स कर रहा है, चौथे का टेस्ट लिख रहा है, पांचवे का, राइट, पांचवे का इंक्वायरी कर रहा है कि व्हाट इज गोइंग इन दैट इंस्टीट्यूट. और इन दिस प्रोसेस दे विल लूज 2-3 years टू रियलाइज, राइट, कि ये देर इज समथिंग टेरिबली रॉन्ग विथ माई अप्रोच. ओके, सो एनसीईआरटी को, क्लास नोट्स को मल्टीपल टाइम रिवाइज करना है. प्रिंटेड मटेरियल जो आपने पढ़ा है, सेलेक्टिव मैनर में वन स्टैंडर्ड बुक पढ़ा है, जो एडिटोरियल पढ़ा है, जस्ट रिवाइज. एंड रिवीजन का मतलब रीडिंग इट अगेन नहीं है. रिवीजन का मतलब, राइट, डिस्कसिंग विथ फ्रेंड. आज फ्रेंड को बोलो, अभी जो, राइट, अभी जो इकोनॉमिक क्राइसिस है या स्ट्रेट ऑफ हॉर्मुज को लेकर के एक ग्लोबल ऑर्डर में स्ट्रेस है, लेट्स डिस्कस. यू टेल मी 10 points, आई विल टेल यू 5 points. दिस इज ऑल्सो वन फॉर्म ऑफ रिवीजन. व्हेन यू आर ट्रैवलिंग, all of a sudden you start thinking, okay, can I recollect that if I have to write an answer on ongoing economic crisis in India, okay, what 5 points I should include? If you are thinking and reflecting, okay, revision hai. Okay, if you frame a question and write an answer, ye kya hai? Revision hai. Okay, revision hai. Yesterday Honorable Supreme Court of India said, when a Rajya Sabha candidate from Madhya Pradesh, okay, Meenakshi Natarajan, approached Supreme Court after her nomination papers were rejected by Election Commission. First it was rejected by returning officer, then an appeal was made in before Election Commission. When Election Commission rejected, then they have moved to Supreme Court. Supreme Court said, you have moved to Supreme Court under writ petition, but this writ petition is not maintainable in the Supreme Court under Article 32. You should move to High Court under a election petition. Now this is not rejection, okay, but technically this is rejection of writ petition, where the Supreme Court is not finding writ petition maintainable. Okay, maintainable. They are saying that what you are saying, that amounts to breach of some provisions of Representation of People's Act, but your fundamental rights have not got breached. You can approach Supreme Court for writ petition. Okay, and arguments which were given by Abhishek Manish Sir, who was the pleading advocate for the petitioner, no argument was able to convince the judges that it is maintainable. So what I am just trying to say, if you know Article 32, okay, then you should just know the current development, that this is what has happened. Are you getting it? So what I am just trying to say, that you have to draw a line, that if after doing one round of NCERT, after attending class and making notes and revising notes, and even after, if I feel that my grasp over this subject is weak, then what you need to do, rather than going to another institute, selecting another standard book, right, looking for another set of current affairs material on that particular topic, you need to revise what you have done. Is this clear? So very important is what? Systematic, right? Very important is what? Systematic, rhythmic, time bound preparation with focus on previous year question, syllabus. And here, I would, I think Jojo sir would have focused on this. Okay. Are you aware about the rate of success in civil service exam? Rate of success क्या है? IAS and 999 out of 1000 aspirant will fail. Okay? ये 999 नंबर क्या है? Failure. Okay? And 1 का क्या है? Success. Okay? But out of 999 who will fail, okay, 900 of them, for me, they should not even write exam. Why they are writing exam? Because preparing civil service exam in India for graduates is a national hobby. When they don't know what to do in life, they think, let me prepare for civil service. Okay? And many will start preparation under parental pressure, peer pressure, being clueless about their professional life. Okay? And they will never prepare seriously. Okay? And they will write. So, मैं तो इस 900 को मानता ही नहीं हूं कि they are the part of race. ये जो race है उसमें नहीं. हाँ, 99 of them are serious. They are working hard, right? And they are writing exam and they fail. And one is, serious, preparing hard, and they qualify. Okay. So what is the key differentiator between the 99 who are serious, who are preparing hard and fail? They are serious. They are working hard, right? So they are failing because they are just working hard. So इनका failure का reason क्या है? Hard work. और ये 900 का, not in race. Not in race. They are not in race also. Why they are not in race? Because they are resisting hard work. उनसे होता ही नहीं है, हो ही नहीं सकता है. Resistance है, inherent है. Okay? Right? So जो resist करेगा वो तो रेस में भी नहीं होगा हार्डवर्क को. जो हार्डवर्क करेगा वो सीरियस होके फेल कर जाएगा. राइट? ये वन हु इज सक्सेसफुल वो कौन है? समवन हु इज डूइंग स्मार्ट हार्डवर्क या डिसिप्लिन्ड हार्डवर्क. स्मार्ट हार्डवर्क एंड डिसिप्लिन्ड हार्डवर्क, वो क्या हुआ है? वो सक्सेसफुल है. So, key differentiator between the 99 and 1, who are all 100, who are all serious, right? वो क्या है? That these 99 during their preparation are more oriented towards hard work, and this one individual is, oriented towards smart hard work. Now, what is the difference between hard work and smart hard work? ये जो hard work वाला है, right? ये हार्डवर्क वाला है, ये क्या करता है पता है आपको? व्हाट दे डू? टेल मी. राइट? दे विल मैक्सिमाइज एफर्ट. राइट? ये क्या करेगा? मैक्सिमाइज एफर्ट. ओके? व्हाट दे विल डू? दे विल मैक्सिमाइज एनर्जी. एनर्जी खूब डालेगा. राइट? ज्यादा देर पढ़ेगा. टाइम ड्यूरेशन ऑफ रीडिंग बढ़ा देगा. Right? More material, more sources. Right? Why? Focus कहाँ है इनका? Their focus is on maximizing input. Input को कैसे maximize किया जाए? Okay? They are maximizing their input. Effort का input, energy का, time का, material का, खूब इनपुट बढ़ाते जाएगा. And with every failure, right, they will scale up further input. And they are not focused on output. Is this clear? They are not focused on output. What ultimate benefit they are getting,
what ultimate is the contributory factor for their struggle or failure, they will not analyze, they will not identify, they will not diagnose, but they will scale up further input. तो वो किस मोड में प्रिपरेशन कर रहा है? हार्डवर्क, राइट? हार्डवर्क. ऐसे जैसे दीवार को अगर ब्रेक करना है, राइट, तो तुम जाके सर मारो, 5 बार सर मारा, नहीं टूटा, और जोर से आता हूं, मारता हूं सर, राइट? हार्डवर्क वाला. सर मारने से नहीं टूट रहा है, अच्छा लात मारता हूं दीवार पे, और जोर से मारता हूं, गिर रहे हो, हर्ट कर रहे हो, ओके, डैमेज हो रहे हो खुद, ओके. स्मार्ट हार्डवर्क वाला क्या करेगा? बोलेगा एक माइनर ब्लास्ट करता हूं, एक हैमर लाता हूं, राइट, लेट मी आइडेंटिफाई राइट प्लेस जहां पर इफ आई हैमर दिस दीवार, दिस वॉल कैन ब्रेक. ये क्या है? स्मार्ट हार्डवर्क. सो स्मार्ट हार्डवर्क इज अबाउट व्हाट? नॉट मैक्सिमाइजिंग द इनपुट, ऑप्टिमाइजिंग इनपुट. दे विल ऑप्टिमाइज इनपुट एंड with that input they will maximize output. हमेशा उनका फोकस कहां रहता है? आउटपुट को मैक्सिमाइज करना है, इनपुट को ऑप्टिमाइज करना है, ओके. एंड इनका फोकस कहां रहता है? राइट, इनका फोकस कहां रहता है? इनपुट को मैक्सिमाइज irrespective of output. When output is not coming, they will further, right, they will further scale up input. Are you getting it? Have you heard of Einstein? Einstein once was asked that you are a great scientist, but who is foolish according to you? And you know what Einstein said? Einstein said that doing same thing with higher intensity and expecting different result is foolishness. Okay, so if you do same thing and expect different result, you are a fool, right? तो आप जब कोर्स में पार्टिसिपेट करोगे, एक टेस्ट में परफॉर्म नहीं किए, तो आपको क्या करना है? फाइंड आउट करना है, व्हाट्स द रीजन, हाउ आई कैन परफॉर्म बेटर इन नेक्स्ट टेस्ट. ओके, मेरा रिवीजन में कमी है, मेरा अंडरस्टैंडिंग में कमी है, मेरा राइटिंग में टाइम मैनेजमेंट का इशू है, आई एम स्ट्रगलिंग विथ अंडरस्टैंडिंग द डिमांड ऑफ क्वेश्चन, आई एम नॉट एबल टू डिकोड डिमांड ऑफ क्वेश्चन. वेयर इज द प्रॉब्लम? आइडेंटिफाई द प्रॉब्लम ऑन योर ओन. इफ यू आर फाइंडिंग इट डिफिकल्ट, सिट विथ एक्सपर्ट, आइडेंटिफाई, नेक्स्ट टेस्ट इंप्रूव, राइट? देन यू आर इन स्मार्ट हार्डवर्क. ओके, इस बार स्ट्रगल किया टेस्ट में, और थोड़ा सा नया कुछ पढ़ लेता हूं, ओके, अगला में स्ट्रगल विल बी इवन मोर नेक्स्ट टेस्ट में, एंड अल्टीमेटली इन यूपीएससी, राइट, यू विल हैव ग्रेट स्ट्रगल. आर यू गेटिंग इट? सो ये समझना है आपको. ये अगर मैट्रिक्स समझ गया, दैट द की डिफरेंस बिटवीन, राइट, 999 who fail and one who gets into IAS is what? That out of 999, 900 is not in race because they cannot work hard. They resist. Okay? They are not focused. They are not, under peer pressure, under compulsion, under parental pressure, being clueless about professional life. Okay? Just to buy time, okay, they ultimately as a part of national hobby they entered into this preparation. कुछ सोचता है कि आईएएस का तैयारी करूंगा, कांस्टेबल तो बन ही जाऊंगा, क्लर्क तो बन ही जाऊंगा, कोई तो कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम निकल ही जाएगा, राइट? तो आईएएस तो नहीं निकलेगा. अगर ये सोच लिया पहले ही, राइट, तो आईएएस नहीं निकलेगा. ओके, सो ये 900 को तो मैं क्या मानता हूं? They are not even in race. Okay, now 99 of them who are working hard, they are in race, but they are not successful. They are not getting into IAS. One who gets into IAS, वो differentiator क्या है? Smart, hard work. They are hard working people and they are resisting hard work. That is why they have been left out in the race. They are not switching over to a smart hard work. That is why being serious, being someone who is putting so much energy, effort, time सब लगा रहा है, they are not ultimately successful. लेकिन जो smart hard work कर रहा है, they are very successful. Is this clear? So stage 2 of preparation में क्या है? Smart hard work. Okay? अगर आप क्लास ज्वाइन किए हो, try to get maximum benefit out of classroom. Okay? Try to get maximum benefit out of classroom program. Okay. Now, third stage in your preparation, right, is current and contemporary development. Is this clear? Entire during your preparation, there must be consistent effort to keep yourself updated and informed, right? Keep yourself updated and informed about current and contemporary development. And for this current and contemporary development, right? For this current and contemporary development, what you need to do, right? What you need to do? You need to, right? आपके स्टडी में, राइट, 1 आवर, और जिन लोगों का 2027 में अगर अटेम्प्ट देना है तो 1 आवर न्यूज़पेपर रीडिंग, एंड दोज हु आर गोइंग टू राइट इन 2028, फॉर देम 1 आवर 15 मिनट्स न्यूज़पेपर रीडिंग, राइट? एंड न्यूज़पेपर रीडिंग, ठीक है? 1 आवर 15 मिनट्स न्यूज़पेपर रीडिंग, क्लियर? और दिस 1 आवर 15 मिनट न्यूज़पेपर रीडिंग कैसे करना है? ओके, नाउ विच न्यूज़पेपर टू रीड? वेरी सिंपल. Since you all are part of ALS family, I can give intrusive counseling. If this question is asked to me in an open seminar outside, ALS, you know what I said? Any newspaper of your choice. Okay? But here I am telling you that you should read either the Indian Express or the Hindu. Okay? If you feel you have very good command over English language, then the Hindu. Okay? Without being fearful. एक perception भी build किया है over a period of time कि हिंदू का लेफ्टिस्ट बेंड ऑफ माइंड है, कुछ लेफ्टिस्ट नहीं है. ओके? 1 और 2 तो हर जगह मिलेगा. किसी में लेफ्टिस्ट होगा, किसी में राइटिस्ट होगा, किसी का बेंड सोशलिस्ट होगा, किसी का डेफिनेटली. ओके, योर मैच्योरिटी लेवल दैट यू डोंट गेट कैरीड अवे. एंड अगर इफ यू कैनॉट डिस्प्ले दैट काइंड ऑफ मैच्योरिटी लेवल, कल आप आईएएस कैसे बनोगे यार? इफ यू गेट कैरीड अवे, फिर तो आईएएस बन के इफ यू गेट कैरीड अवे, देन व्हाट विल हैपन? आर यू गेटिंग इट? सो यू शुड रीड व्हाट? इफ यू हैव गुड कमांड ओवर, देयर लैंग्वेज इज टफ. ओके, इन कंपैरिजन विद इंडियन एक्सप्रेस, their language is tough. Okay, and in comparison with, right, Hindu, the language of Indian Express is simple yet powerful. ऐसा नहीं कि उनके लैंग्वेज में पावर एंड इंपैक्ट इज लेस. नो, चॉइस ऑफ वर्ड में थोड़ा सिंप्लिसिटी है, एक्सप्रेशन में सिंप्लिसिटी है. ओके, एक्सप्रेशन में प्रिसीजन है, कॉम्पैक्टनेस है इंडियन एक्सप्रेस में. Okay, so choice is yours, Indian Express or the Hindu. मेरा personal, right, I read both, but I like more these days, the Indian Express. Earlier, I was liking more the Hindu. Okay. Now, this does not mean, right? This does not mean that Times of India is bad. Times of India में challenge क्या है? Too many pages. Just to turn the pages itself, you will take 15-20 minutes. Okay? And not only problem is too many pages. Delhi Times, colorful pages, beautiful faces, okay? And information about, shopping, okay? कहाँ पे कल्चरल फेस्ट है, कहाँ शॉपिंग के लिए, कहाँ सेल है, राइट? And then some beautiful faces. So you will land up unintentionally, okay? Then मालूम चला अपने स्टेट का पेज खोला तो उधर से ना रोड एक्सीडेंट भी आपको पढ़ने का मन करेगा, टेम्पटेशन होगा. If you have interest in sports, then you will get too many sports related article and you will land up spending more time. Okay, this is why otherwise Times of India ka editorial and articles are equally good. Okay, but why we say Indian Express limited number of pages, lack of colorful pages. Okay, so easy क्या होता है ये देखो, you should read newspaper with 5S formula. क्या है 5S? Scan, skip, select, study and summarize. Right? 5S formula for reading newspaper is what? Scan, skip, select, study, summarize. Is this clear? Is this clear? Yes or no? Now, what I mean, you should only focus while reading newspaper, you should only focus on what? Right? First page and central page. एडिटोरियल वाला पेज, बाकी पेजेस नहीं पढ़ना है आपको. नाउ जैसे ही मैं बोलूंगा बोले क्या बात करते हो सर, स्पोर्ट्स का नहीं पढ़ना है, राइट? इंटरनेशनल पेज नहीं पढ़ना है, नेशनल पेज नहीं पढ़ना है, नहीं पढ़ना है. ओके, इफ समथिंग विल गेन इंपॉर्टेंस, देन यू नो व्हाट हैपन when the event, incident, topic gains importance, then it moves within newspaper. From, right, international page, it will move to first page. And from first page, it will move to central page. आपको कब पकड़ना है उसको? Right? When it has found a place in first page and central page. ठीक है? वर्ल्ड कप का, अगर वर्ल्ड कप क्रिकेट हो रहा है, every day, you will find स्पोर्ट्स पेज विल बी फ्लडेड विथ वर्ल्ड कप. लेकिन जिस दिन वर्ल्ड कप का फाइनल होगा एंड द टीम विच विल विन, नाउ दैट विल फाइंड ए प्लेस इन फर्स्ट पेज. एंड इफ दैट ईयर इंडिया हैज वन, ओके, फिर उसके बाद यू विल फाइंड ए एडिटोरियल आर्टिकल दैट व्हाई वी वर नॉट एबल टू विन, in the past so many occasions, and this year why we have won. Some sports person will analyze, right, and a beautiful article. That is the time you should read. जब लीग मैच हो रहा है जरूरी नहीं है. ओके, ठीक है? प्लानिंग हुआ कि हम एक स्पेस लॉन्च व्हीकल से एक सैटेलाइट को भेजेंगे सम ऑर्बिट. दैट डे इट विल फाइंड ए प्लेस in science page. ठीक है? But the day when there is successful launch, it will find a place on first page. And the day or two later, it will also find a place in editorial. How that space program will help India. Okay? So you have to wait for event, episode, that, incident, to gain such prominence that it finds a place on first page and central page. So while reading newspaper, what you have to do? While reading newspaper, what you have to do? You have to, right, focus on what? Right, focus on what? First S is what? Scan. So you have to scan the entire newspaper, right? इन ए हरीड मैनर, बट पूरा न्यूज़पेपर स्कैनिंग के लिए कितना टाइम है आपके पास? 5 मिनट्स, राइट? 5 मिनट हेडलाइंस को चेक करना है, स्कैन करना है. लेकिन आउट ऑफ 5 मिनट, राइट, आउट ऑफ 5 मिनट approximately, right, approximately 1.5 minute and 1.5 minute, right? कहां लगाना है स्कैन करने के लिए? फर्स्ट पेज एंड सेंट्रल पेज. फर्स्ट पेज 4-5 क्या है आर्टिकल आज? ओके, 1 2 3 4. ओके, देन सेंट्रल पेज में एडिटोरियल टुडे. ओके, 1 इकोनॉमिक्स, 1 पॉलिटी रिलेटेड. ओके, ठीक है. एंड देन 2 मिनट्स में वेरी क्विकली इनसाइड पेजेस, जस्ट स्कैन. नाउ ये जो 2 मिनट्स का एवरी डे यू विल इनसाइड पेजेस का स्कैनिंग करोगे, दैट विल, राइट, दैट विल हेल्प यू इन स्किप एंड सेलेक्ट पार्ट, राइट, स्किप एंड select part. Okay, so what will you do after scanning? Right, you will reject most of the topic. ये बेकार है, ये political news है, never UPSC will ask question. Right, this is important, this is important, this is important, this is 5-6 are important, but most you will skip. Okay, World Cup आज start हुआ है, अभी this is not the stage I should play, skip. Okay, Grand Slam start हुआ है, no, I will wait for the final, and then I will prepare this Grand Slam for lawn tennis. World Cup football शुरू हो गया, right? Let me day 1 prepare how many teams, where host country कौन है, this year का mascot क्या है, logo क्या है, okay? And then final जिस दिन हो गया, एक पूरा World Cup football 2026, right? पूरा एक तैयार करेंगे, which team won, गोल्डन बूट किस प्लेयर को मिला, राइट, what was the new thing happened, very strange thing happened, that day you will prepare. Are you getting it? So how you have to, first S is scan, and scanning first page and editorial, how much time? 90 minute to 90 second to 100 second. But remaining other pages के लिए आपके पास कितना है, right? 100 second, 120 second. Just you have to open the page 10 second में. Okay, national news 1 2 3 4. Okay, sports 1 2. aware, वर्ल्ड कप फुटबॉल शुरू हो गया है. Okay, यही अवेयरनेस. अच्छा, अमेरिकन ओपन हैज स्टार्टेड. ओ, विंबलडन हैज स्टार्टेड. वर्ल्ड कप हॉकी हैज स्टार्टेड. ओ, जापान में एशियाड विल स्टार्ट इन द मंथ ऑफ अक्टूबर. ओके, राइट, बस इतना ही अवेयरनेस. ओके, when there will be opening ceremony of Asiad, then it will find a page in first page. और जब closing होगा and if India will win too many gold and too many silver, okay, तब तो फिर editorial आएगा. Are you getting it? तो आपको उस समय प्रिपेयर करना है, लेकिन अवेयर रहना है. ओके, इसरो का एक लॉन्च का प्लान है. ओके, मार्स मिशन, ओके, मून मिशन, चंद्रयान, मंगलयान. ओके, अच्छा, जिस दिन सक्सेसफुल लॉन्च हुआ उस दिन हम प्रिपेयर कर लेंगे. अवेयर हैं, यू आर अवेयर. ओके, अभी अवेयर हो जाओगे कि वर्ल्ड कप फुटबॉल, यू विल अवेयर कि एशियाड शुरू हो जाएगा. यू विल रिमेन अवेयर कि इंडिया क्रिकेट टीम का आयरलैंड एंड इंग्लैंड का टूर शुरू हो जाएगा. ओके, यू शुड रिमेन अवेयर आईपीएल खत्म हो गया. ओके, लेकिन ये अवेयरनेस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. You should remain aware LPG का प्राइस हाइक हो रहा है. You should remain aware गोल्ड प्राइस लास्ट 2-3 डेज से इट्स गोइंग डाउन. ओके, you should remain aware. ओके, क्रूड ऑयल प्राइसेस में हाइक हुआ है, 6 टाइम हाइक हो चुका है इन लास्ट. अवेयरनेस. ओके, लेकिन प्रिपेयर कब करना है? फर्स्ट एंड सेंट्रल पेज. एंड व्हाट फॉर्मूला? स्कैन, स्किप एंड सेलेक्ट. एंड स्किप एंड सेलेक्ट को और आपका बेटर सेंस कब आ जाएगा? व्हेन यू आर knowing the syllabus and when you know previous year questions, then this will become even more easy for you to judge कि which is to be skipped and which is to be selected. and इसमें आपको syllabus, PYQs, एंड कॉमन सेंस. आपको थोड़ा कॉमन सेंस भी लगाना है. ओके, कि अभी इज इट द राइट टाइम टू प्रिपेयर और आई शुड वेट, और दिस इज द टाइम टू प्रिपेयर. ओके, so then your skip and select, and when you do scanning properly every day, then in later part skipping and selection will become even more easier. And when you read newspaper consistently, then all three will be you will have a very matured, decision. Is this clear? But once you have now 36 minutes out of 1 hour you have to spend on studying, right? You have to spend on studying. Is this clear? Yes or no? Is this clear? Now when I say that you have to study for, right, you have to study for 36 minutes in a day, you should not read one or two, more than 2 stories. एक एडिटोरियल या 2 मैक्सिमम, एक इवेंट, एक स्टोरी या मैक्सिमम 2. ओके, इफ यू हैव लैंडेड अप सेलेक्टिंग ए बिग स्टोरी, 1. If the story which you have selected is not that lengthy and big, then you select another story which you are going to prepare for the day. Okay, but you should have this full level and degree of awareness that you are going to select maximum 2 for the day. Okay, and it can even be 1, right? It can even be 1. Okay, no harm, no problem. If you have landed up choosing a big article and editorial in the central page, okay, even 1 is okay. But consistency is the key. Okay, and after selecting, right, after selecting, before you study, you have to map that the today's article which I am going to read, right, this relates with polity. Okay, or this relates with economics, this relates with environment, this relates with international. And not only map with the subject, you should map with paper. Okay, if it is polity, then I may expect a question in paper 2 GS, and I can even expect 1 MCQ, right, or in prelims. मैपिंग करना है, और मैपिंग को लिखना भी है, राइट? मैपिंग को क्या करना है? लिखना भी है. इज दिस क्लियर? इज दिस क्लियर? सेलेक्ट, देन मैप, एंड देन स्टार्ट स्टडिंग. ओके, हाउ विल यू स्टडी? आफ्टर मैपिंग, right? After mapping, when you start studying, you should make notes of newspaper reading. And how you should make notes, right? How you should make notes? First, after reading the article, in the heading itself, you should write, underline the keywords in the heading, whether you understand the heading itself or not. Title of the story, you understand or not. Okay? मालूम चला कि धुरंधर, you don't know the meaning of Dhurandhar and you go watching Dhurandhar. If you know the meaning, आपका context set हो जाएगा. What you can expect in the movie, right? You can figure out if you know the meaning. So title का keyword को क्या करना है? Underline करना है. Okay. And if you know the meaning, well. If you don't know the meaning, if you don't have basic awareness, then Google करके you make yourself aware with the meaning. Okay, agar if let us say, right, let us say question, the article is about LAC, line of actual control, and this article is on Indo-China relationship, Sino-Indian relationship. You have landed up choosing one very good article which you have found, but in the heading itself there is a word called LAC. Now you have heard, but you don't know what is LAC. उसी समय immediately Google करो LAC, line of actual control, and then you will get input. Okay, the military border between India and China, along which the two armies are obligated to maintain status quo. Okay, and it stretches for 3,488 kilometers is the distance of LAC. Okay. right? So once you get equipped, then if you will study, then you will have interest and you will have understanding. Otherwise, even after reading the article, you will have some struggle. Are you getting it? So you have to equip yourself, right? By first understanding the title, heading, okay, of the editorial article and story. Then you start reading. And when you are reading, okay, underline keywords in the newspaper. Okay? Key comments, key statements, underline karo. And once you complete 2 paragraphs, then you should stop for a while and you should think and reflect. Okay, after reading 2 paragraphs, if I have to remember one thing for rest of my life, what is that? This is 1, this is 2. And you should write down in the notes. So you write down the topic, you write down the mapping that this topic is related with which paper, which subject, right? And what kind of question can be expected on this topic. And then you start. And when you are making notes from newspaper, okay, don't copy the same sentence. If you are finding some very powerful sentence, very good quotation, write the way it is. Otherwise, right? Otherwise, concepts you should write in own words, simpler own words. And, right? And this note should be not in the form of, paragraph, but point form, okay, with mind maps, diagrams, okay, mind maps banao, diagram banao, थोड़ा pictorial representation, graphical representation, okay. आप लिखो ना, LAC related challenges, LAC. Now 2 paragraph is on LAC related challenges. Okay, you make like this and just you write one challenge relates with this, other challenge relates with this. Okay, LAC related challenge. One is geographical reality of LAC. So LAC passes through very tough geographical terrain. Okay, another challenge is, bilateral relationship of India. Okay, trust deficit relationship. What we say, they don't believe. What they say, we don't believe. Okay, now this is a challenge for management of LAC. Okay, so 2 paragraphs you have read in that article, right? Based on that, note down points. While noting down point in bullet form, in point form, with mind maps, brain maps, right? Graph, picture, you should make notes. Is this clear? Is this clear? How to study? Okay, and how much is the time? How much is the time? 36 minutes. Okay, so if you are preparing for 2027, 5 minutes to scan, 3 minutes to skip, 4 minutes to select, and ultimately how many topic, how many article or editorial, how many stories? Maximum 2, otherwise 1, right? And then you will start studying. And how much time you have to study? 36 minutes. Okay. Now if you have to study 2 articles, this means you have 18 minutes each. Okay, one is slightly bigger and the other is slightly smaller. Then 2016, you have to divide first. Time management है सब कुछ. Okay, so 20 minutes में मैं एक article खत्म करूंगा, 16 minutes में दूसरा. If one big article, all 36 minutes study करोगे. But game changer इसका last S है, 5S. Okay, so last 12 minutes क्या है? Summarize. After completing the study, that time itself you will, revise the notes which you have made. Okay, today in the newspaper, I read an editorial on Sino-Indian borders. This editorial is focused on this theme. After reading this, right, these are the points. And ये जो summarize है, अब आपको बता देता हूं, effortless revision. One revision you will do that time. So that revision which you are doing that time, all of you have a smartphone with you. Yes or no? Now what you do? Use your smartphone smartly, right? In all our smartphone and Android or iPhone, we have voice recorder. Okay? Open the voice recorder and while you are revising, right? Record in your own voice. You write, you read like, today after reading newspaper editorial, I completed a editorial which is titled so and so. Okay, a distance of LS is this much, distance of this. So like that, what you have to do? Like that, what you have to do? You have to, this. Okay, record. And after recording, जो आपका non-academic time है, if you are commuting from, ALS, you are going to your home, put your earbud or headphone and listen to this recording. ये 2 minute का recording. Okay, 2 minute में revise हुआ. And maybe 2-3 times you listen. Okay, सुबह में ब्रश कर रहे हो, एक बार दिन भर जो रिकॉर्ड किए हो, राइट? ये एफर्टलेस रिवीजन, विदाउट टाइम रिवीजन. ओके, एंड 2-3 बार अगर सुन लिए ना, तो परमानेंटली आप यू विल हैव ए वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग ग्रैप्स. टॉपर्स आर नॉट डूइंग एनीथिंग डिफरेंट, दे डू एवरीथिंग differently, right? They do everything differently. Is this clear? Is this clear? Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay, lekin don't become collector before you become collector. Maximum people, what they do? They will record, but they will not listen to recording. Okay, और क्या सोचेगा, कल सुन लूंगा. और ऐसा करते करते इतना फाइल्स हो जाएगा फोन में कि फोन हैंग कर जाएगा, क्रश कर जाएगा. राइट? इवन इफ यू आर नॉट एबल टू लिसन, व्हाट यू शुड डू? रात में यू नीड टू डिलीट एवरीथिंग व्हाट यू हैव रिकॉर्डेड, बिकॉज टुमारो सम फ्रेश रिकॉर्डिंग इज टू बी डन. ओके, यू गॉट अंडरस्टूड? यू अंडरस्टूड? यस और नो? Yes or no? So newspaper reading, and for God's sake, ये secondary source for current affairs preparation is dangerous. Okay, क्या है? बहुत सारा YouTube चैनल है, Instagram चैनल है, Telegram चैनल, बोलेगा daily news analysis, and that will consume your 1 hour. Okay, better it is that you read newspaper on your own. Okay, and you create your own Instagram channel or Telegram channel, which you should use for yourself, not for others. Are you getting it? There is no alternative to newspaper reading. Don't explore. पूरा का पूरा इस प्रिपरेशन में एक चीज आपको बता दूं, there is no shortcut to success in this scheme of preparation. Okay, there is no shortcut to success in this scheme of preparation. There is no alternative to smart hard work in this scheme of preparation. आप सोचोगे easy way of covering newspaper. There is nothing called easy way. A smart way है. What is a smart way? 1 घंटा न्यूज़पेपर, 5S फॉर्मूला लगाओ, न्यूज़पेपर डेली पर हो, right? After 6 months, you will feel that, wow, I am having full level of degree of awareness about all key contemporary developments. Okay, and I can do wonders, right? I can do wonders. Okay, lekin if you don't read for 1 month, then you will feel lost. Oh my God, for 1 month I have not been able to read newspapers. How I am going to tackle with current affairs? And this is what you should do. And what we are going to do at ALS, every week we will conduct one current affairs class. Every Saturday, you will have current affairs class. And current affairs class will be taken either by Jojo sir or me or maybe another teacher. Okay. But frequency of class by Jojo sir, me will be higher, but sometime, right, the third teacher can also be, and whosoever comes, irrespective of teacher, you will find very interesting discussion. But even this current affairs class should not become an alternative to your own newspaper reading. Okay, this current affairs class should reinforce your preparation in current affairs. We will tell you that exam oriented, preparation for that current topic, which you have already prepared on your own, or somehow if you missed, then you will prepare through class. Okay? Because our sense of, selecting the topic is slightly better than your present day sense. In future, your sense will be better than ours. Okay? But today, at least our sense of selecting the topic is better. And we know that this topic, if is to be prepared for civil service exam, prelim and main, or interview opinion-based question, how this should be prepared. That is what we will do in our current affairs class. We will provide you current affairs material. But whether it is current affairs class, whether it is material, right, whether it is in the form of video, whether it is in the form of podcast, okay, all that can never become the alternative for you to read newspapers. Okay? When you read newspaper, maturity will come, depth will come, your language will improve. Okay? People will talk to you and will find that ये person shallow नहीं है, depth है, dynamism है इनमें. Okay, and when you will when you will prepare current affairs from secondary source, depth will not come. Awareness will come. Okay, but depth will not come. Depth will come. Grasp of the topic will come only when you will read on your own newspaper. Is this clear? Yes or no? And you should, those who are sitting at different locations to attend this class, to the extent possible, you should read national edition of Indian Express and the Hindu. If you are in Bengaluru, don't read Bengaluru edition. If you are in Chennai, don't read Chennai edition. If you are in Kolkata, don't read Kolkata edition. If you are in Patna, don't read Patna edition. If you are in Mumbai, don't read Mumbai national edition. Okay, and for God's sake, don't complain. हमारे यहाँ national edition नहीं आता है. Right? Newspapers are reaching in every nook and corner. Only thing is, remote part में it may take another day. 13th June को you will get 12th June का newspaper. Okay, and अगर नहीं मिलता है तो e-edition is there. Right? Same day if you want to read e-edition. Okay? But don't say that you don't have access. Okay? If there is a will, there is a way. Okay? And there are easier ways these days. Okay? You don't have to struggle. So third stage in your preparation, right? Third stage in your preparation is what? Current developments. Okay? And then comes the fourth stage. Okay? So creation of a strong foundation, systematic, rhythmic, time-bound preparation with focus on syllabus and PYQs through classroom. Okay, current and contemporary. Fourth is, entire during your preparation, you should remain focused on acquiring and then sharpening and developing certain skills. Skills which are, skills which are needed. GS answer writing skill, essay writing skill, analytical skills, and personality development. And this I am going to do discussion tomorrow, right? Because I want a full-length discussion on answer writing, okay? So that you will use the trick and tips day one onwards while practicing answer writing. If you will ask me, one thing on which your success in civil service exam depends, how well you can express yourself with pen. Okay? How powerfully you can express yourself with pen, your writing skills. Okay? अगर 2-3 core element है, right? Syllabus अगर cover कर लिया, लिखना आ गया, बोलना आ गया in interview, right? IAS बन गया. Okay? But this is so important that tomorrow our third orientation session will be focused on GS, answer writing skills, right? What you should do on your own to acquire the skills and what you can expect from us. What kind of hand holding we will do. What kind of practice we will provide. Okay, so that 3 months later. And this is the differentiator between ALS IAS and many other institutes. Okay, so we believe that for every participant, this is why, right? This is why, once upon a time, we also used to keep very large size batch size. Okay, but then we realized that in large size batch size, it's very difficult for personalized mentorship. Okay, so we have drawn, a upper cap that in no batch for face-to-face class, we will keep more than, right? We will keep more than 200 students, right? We keep the batch size of 150 to 200. Okay, and then even for online student, what we do, for every 50 student, we have a associate faculty and personalized mentorship. Okay, so you will, send your answer, we will evaluate and it will go back to you, after evaluation with proper feedback so that you can improve. Okay, so tomorrow I am going to talk about the art and science of GS answer writing. Okay, and how in a, page-wise manner you can upgrade, improve and scale up your abilities to write very good answer once you are prepared on topics, right? Through class discussion. Okay, so have you understood the 4 stages in the preparation of civil service examination? Okay, the first is creation of strong foundation. The second is systematic, rhythmic, time-bound preparation with focus on syllabus and PYQs. Okay, third is current and contemporary development through newspaper reading, and fourth is skill development. And within skill development, the most important is answer writing skill. Okay, so this is what I thought will discuss with you all in orientation session 2. If you have any question, feel free, right, to ask. Otherwise, tomorrow 11 a.m., despite being Sunday, we are meeting. Okay, and our discussion will be on skill development. Okay, some brief on analytical skill, personality development, essay writing skill, but almost full length 2-hour discussion will be on GS answer writing skills. And you will use the tips which I will share with you in the form of art and science, how you can improve your artistic part of answer writing and how you can cater to the needs of scientific part of answer writing. Okay, tomorrow in orientation session number 2. Okay, so any question for anyone, feel free about the course, about the program. Okay, we are starting with geography module. Okay, we will have 35 3-hour session in geography and we will cover. Anyway, let's talk tomorrow about that. Okay, but if any question, online students. Okay, so students have started switching off their cameras. Okay, so they are declaring, indicating no question. So if no question, then I will, okay. One question, sir, for first reading of a book, 250 to 300 pages, how do I approach? Okay, how do I approach? Is it about NCERT book or is it about one standard book? Okay, if you can be a bit more specific. Okay. Okay, so some very good questions are now coming. One girl is asking, sir, science, humanities वाले students जो हैं, are they more advantageously placed, okay, in comparison with science student? Because in GS, polity, geography, history, social issues, okay, no. Okay, no. Okay, so nobody is advantageously or disadvantageously placed based on, right, based on their background. You know why? Because the subject which they have studied with a very different, motive. But in general studies, you have to study the same subject with a very different approach. What is the name for the paper? General studies. You don't have to go too much deep. Okay? You have to first have basic awareness, and then you should have the ability to think, reflect, analyze, and reach to 10 other points based on one point which you know and have understood. Okay, so my answer to you is that nobody based on his or her academic background, if somebody is from engineering background, if somebody is from humanities background, if somebody is from, science background, or if somebody is from commerce background, is advantageously or disadvantageously placed. But then you may ask me, right, कि सर IIT वाले बहुत लोग क्वालिफाई करते हैं. So IIT वाले क्वालिफाई क्यों करते हैं? Not because of their background, right? Because of their hard work. Okay, IIT निकालने के लिए बहुत हार्ड वर्क किया हुआ है, और IIT कंप्लीट करने के लिए भी मेहनत किया हुआ है. So they got habituated to work hard. Okay, so they find it easy, okay, one more year to work hard for UPSC preparation, number one. And number two, right, because of their background, okay, एक फायदा है क्या? साइंटिफिक टेम्परामेंट है. ओके, सो दे डोंट बिलीव इन मैक्सिमाइजिंग इनपुट, दे बिलीव इन ऑप्टिमाइजिंग इनपुट. ओके, सो थोड़ा सा साइंटिफिक टेम्परामेंट से प्रिपरेशन करना है. दिस इज व्हाई एवरीबडी irrespective of their academic background should try to develop scientific temperament while preparing. आप क्या प्रॉब्लम है उसको आइडेंटिफाई करो, उसका सॉल्यूशन निकालो, एंड दैट इज हाउ यू शुड, राइट, दैट इज हाउ यू शुड मूव. नाउ सम स्टूडेंट्स आर आस्किंग, कैन यू सजेस्ट हिंदी न्यूज़पेपर? सो इट सीम्स दैट यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग इन हिंदी मीडियम. हिंदी मीडियम में दैनिक जागरण राष्ट्रीय संस्करण या जनसत्ता राष्ट्रीय संस्करण, और वहां भी रूल ऑफ द गेम विल रिमेन द सेम, फर्स्ट पेज एंड सेंट्रल पेज. जो प्रथम पृष्ठ है और जो संपादकीय पृष्ठ है वहीं आपको पढ़ना है. ओके, दैट इज देयर. ओके, नाउ माय फ्रेंड इज आस्किंग, इफ इन द स्टैंडर्ड बुक देयर आर 250 to 300 pages, then you only have to study from that page, that book, 50-60 pages. If you are attending class at ALS, most of the topic will be discussed, right, in the class itself, but definitely you will find some implicit or some topic in which the teacher has run through. And why? Because teacher has a feel the probability of question on that particular topic is very less, but you cannot, remain fully dependent on understanding of the teacher. You have to do justice with the syllabus. That is why such topic you will have to select from the standard book and read. If that standard book has 300 pages, maximum you will have to read 30, 40, 50 pages. Not more than 50 at all. Don't read the entire book. If you read the entire book, then what is the point of joining an institute and attending the class? Institute is obligated to reduce the burden of yours to read a standard book. Okay, that is there. Yes, anything else? No? So thank you very much. Goodbye. See you all tomorrow 11 a.m. for orientation session number 3. Goodbye to online students as well. Thank you.